All right, back in the kitchen. We're tasting some more Napa Cabernets. One more from Spring Mountain District, and then one from sort of the Valley Floor. All right, welcome back to Drinking It In. I'm your host, Chris Casara. We are here to help you know more and drink better, and we're continuing our Napa Cabernet series with some wines from Match Vineyards. I thought since we had spent a little time in the Spring Mountain District with the Sojourn and Terra Valentine wines, we would keep our foot firmly in the in Spring Mountain District, and then ultimately get finally onto the Valley Floor. So Match Vineyards makes, or used to produce, wines from two single vineyard wines, one from Baconbrook, which is in the Spring Mountain District, and one from their Butterdragon Hill vineyard, which is along the Valley Floor. I think it's it's near St. Helena or Helena. The Baconbrook wines need a little more time. They're a little more austere, rough around the edges when they're young, where Butterdragon Hill can be more delicate, you know, easier to drink, softer, easier to drink early. So what I thought would be neat is drinking a little bit of an older Baconbrook side by side with a Butterdragon Hill. So here we've got a Baconbrook 2007 Cabernet Sauvignon, and here we have a Butterdragon Hill 2010. Let's hope the extra 3 years for the Baconbrook vineyard is, you know, a more accurate representation to where the 2010 Butterdragon Hill is right now. So a little bit about Match Vineyards. They made single vineyard Cabernet Sauvignons from their estate vineyards, and you know, a few years ago, I'm not sure exactly when, but I think 2010 might have been their last vintage, but they stopped making wines from their own fruit. I would imagine they're selling the fruit if they still have the property, and I'd love to find out who's making wines with these with the grapes from these vineyards, but I haven't found any info on it. Apparently they still have, according to their website, they still have some wines available for purchase from 2005 up to 2010. I reached out to them to just double check that the inventory, that, you know, the availability per the website was accurate. I didn't hear back from them. I'll put some links in there because I think it's worth, you know, buying some of these bottles, to be honest. So let's start with the younger one, right? I want to start with the 2010. We're going to start with the younger, more delicate one, 2010 Butterdragon Hill Cabernet Sauvignon. So these wines are 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. There's nothing mixed in on these. And see what this brings to the table. Ooh. So this is loaded with that blackberries, maybe some blueberries, some black currants, all that black fruit goodness. There's an earthiness to this wine, almost like, it's not quite wet leaves, but there are leaves here. You know, I might have stepped on some leaves, crunched them up. And just a little bit of, I'm gonna call it flowers. It's not flowers, it's more like a potpourri type of, I don't know, fragrance. So let's go with that. Black fruited, dried leaves, potpourri. This is still a big wine. All right, so it's loaded with the black fruit, delicious black fruit. There's a little bit of brown sugar in there. I'm also getting some medicinal notes on here, so it almost comes across a little have a little cough syrupy edge at the back end, which you might not like. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't know if that blows off with another day open. I wasn't getting this last night with that. It's peppery too. There's also a pepper note to it. So, but it is soft, right? So it is absolutely ready to drink. Absolutely has more life left in it. But an interesting wine. Okay. I'm gonna just dump this guy out in the sink here. It's pretty handy to be in the kitchen. Now we're going to try the 2007 Baconbrook, which, like I was saying, is in the Spring Mountain District, so it's going to be similar in character, right, to what we've tasted over the last couple of episodes. These wines need a little more time, right, to be to be ready to drink, and I think it stems from the fact that it's the vines really struggle in the Spring Mountain District, right? There's not a lot of water available up there. So they have to dig real deep to get at any sort of moisture, and it causes causes some stress on the grapes, and some concentration and extra oomph. Just needs a little time. Ooh. So immediately I get like a menthol note. That's funny. So I tried both of these after I opened them last night a little bit, but so these have been open about 20 hours, 22 hours, something like that. That there's a minty note, right? That's right off the bat. Quite nice, actually. Less menthol, more fresh mint. And the fruit, I'm almost getting more of a, it's more black cherry. So black cherries and mint. So that minty note is definitely present still. That's cool. The black cherries kind of turn back into blackberries and more of that traditional black fruit that you get in Cabernet. This guy's actually surprisingly soft. My mouth is drying out a little, so there's a little bit of tannin, a little extra tannin in there, but maybe the extra 3 years, did sort of even it out with with the 2010, that's a little lighter. If I had to, so surprisingly, I said when I tasted these side by side last night, just to make sure the bottles were okay, I immediately went for the Butterdragon Hill. Softer, more delicate, just more pleasant. Now today, I would say I would go for the Baconbrook. The Baconbrook is not much more enjoyable, but more enjoyable. Interesting how that can change. I might do, I think we might do is that we're going to do a day 3 of this. We'll attach it to the end of this video just to see if they flip-flop again. But given that these evolved so much just by having some, almost a day of air in there, I'm kind of curious where they're going to go. The Baconbrook's got some tobacco sneaking up on me too. Really good wines. And, again, I'll put some links down in the bottom or in the show notes, like I said, because I think that certainly for 2007 and 2010, which were legendary vintages, if you can secure some of these wines, whether it's a regular bottle or they have 3 liters and stuff that you can break out at a holiday, for a big party, it'd be awesome. I think it'd definitely be worth checking out. I'll see you tomorrow for another look at these wines after another 24 hours of air. All right, we're back for day 3 of the Vineyards Cabernet Sauvignon tasting. This is take 2. All right, this is take 2 because I just did a take completely. All you saw was from my eyes down, and it really accentuated the fact that I got to start losing some freaking weight because my midsection is getting big. But anyway, let's put that aside because we have important stuff to cover here. Day 3, again, of these guys. Again, the match single vineyard Cabernets from 2007 and 2010. We're going to go, again, with the 2010 one to start. This guy is the Match Vineyards Butterdragon Hill. Let's just make sure we refresh our memories. This on day 1 was my second favorite. On day 2, it was my favorite. So we'll see about this tiebreaker. It's funny, this is developed almost like a green bell pepper essence on the nose. I'm also getting some licorice notes, some black licorice notes. So this is really, the blackberries, the black currants, those fruits are still there. But now all of a sudden we're adding in black licorice and bell pepper. it's very lively. It hasn't, it's developed, it's evolved, but it hasn't gotten, it hasn't turned. It's nowhere near vinegar. Still a lot of power. Still pretty, it's actually really delicious. So this has gone, there's a little bit of an arc here. We started really well, dipped a little in the second. I think on the third day, this one has, it's its best day yet. Okay. We just tasted that. Now the 2007 Baconbrook Vineyard. This guy was the favorite on day one, which was surprising because, again, it was Spring Mountain District fruit. You would think it would be a little more rough around the edges, maybe need a little more time to calm down. But also maybe it's just the extra 3 years in the bottle, it worked. So the nose on this one has definitely gotten a lot more muted. There's still some black fruit there. It's there's a savory herb note coming through like thyme. Really, it's thyme. THYM is what I'm getting on the nose here. Damn. These are both really good on day 3. I might have to call a dead heat here. I think, what have we learned? What have we learned from this experience, right? We've learned that there's, wines will ebb and flow. They definitely evolve. In a lot of cases, you don't have to rush to drink a bottle on day 1, especially on these big red wines. Give them some time, especially if you don't decant these. I think these would benefit from like a decanting and letting them sit out for several hours before even trying to drink it. But don't be in a rush. Maybe open 2 bottles. See what they taste like side by side. Have them over the course of 2 or 3 nights, and hopefully that'll be it'll enhance your experience and kind of make you go, I didn't expect that, as you see a wine evolve. So that's about all for this one. We're going to keep going on the Napa Cabernet Sauvignon journey. I think we only have one left. I'm not sure. I might throw a second one in there, but we're going to go now to the top. Next, we're going to the top of a mountain right on the border of Napa and Sonoma. So I've got a wine that has actually both Sonoma and Napa fruit that grow right next to each other. Haha, I've piqued your interest. I will see you guys again soon. Thanks for joining. Cheers.